Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a most astute Friday night episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. Welcome to the premier alcohol review show here on YouTube, and today with me I have two guests who were on a previous episode of Ted's Booze Cellar when we were somewhat inebriated, weren't we?
A wee bit foxed, yeah.
That was the episode on the White Velvet version of Disaronno, which you guys... I think so. This is Imogéne, and this is Imogéne's partner Eoin. You tend generally likes the White Velvet Disaronno more than Im, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a very velvety, kind of rich, milky taste, and texture, which I like a lot. So big up for me.
I mean, I loved it. I just wouldn't have been able to drink too many glasses of it.
Yeah, it was pretty it was moreish, but it was very, very rich.
It was a lot of milk.
I was thinking I could probably put it into like a nice boozy pudding at some point, but it probably wasn't something you could knock back like a nice whiskey. But today we're going to be taking a look at something else that's got spirits in it, and it's probably a bit more universally enjoyable, perhaps, depending on your perspective on spirits and mixers. We are looking at another premixed cocktail can. Now, as anyone who's watched this show before knows, premixed cocktail cans on this show have a bit of a mixed bag. You either have really nice ones like the Espresso Martini from Moth, or you have absolute dog water like the Bloody Mary one from Unknown Pleasures, which, as far as I'm aware, is the only drink that I've immediately poured into the sink right after the first sip. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that's hopefully a little bit better. This is... let me see. This is Disco Baby, which is, let's see here. Oh God, where's the back? Oh yeah, it's vodka with watermelon and lemon thyme soda. So it's by Whitebox Canned Cocktails. So if you're interested, check them out. This is a 4.8% alcohol volume, 250 millilitres. I think it was about £3.20, £3.30, around that region from the Seven Cellars branch in Brighton train station. So first of all, what do you think of like the design of the can? Because the one thing I don't like is that before I brought this to you guys, the label was like half coming off.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like crinkled there.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite a nice texture.
I think it's not meant to be crinkled though. It's not very well produced.
Honestly, if it develops a crink in passage, I think that's an improvement. Adds character.
It's just poor manufacturing.
I thought it was intentional.
It's a cheap material.
I know that now, but like it's just I kind of like it. It's a bit shoddy, which it makes me think that they might have actually put some passion into it.
Also, this recipe is by a mixologist, I believe, called Max Venning. So Max, if this sucks, this is your fault.
And if it's nice, well done.
Good job, Max.
In all honesty, I'm sure he's a nice person, and I don't want to judge him any further. But what will you guys give the design of the can and the label out of 10?
Well, I really like the colour, to be honest. I think that's actually quite. It's classy, you know.
It's very London.
Yeah, it's very London. I could see people like getting that just to match their outfit. You know, they take like Instagram photos of that with their nails in the same colour.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It is cool. It is a cool
can.
Could have been produced a little bit.
I think just because of the plainness of it and like the poor manufacturing of the label, I'm going to give it a 7. But it still looks handsome enough.
I was going to say around a 7 probably.
Yeah, I'd say 7's pretty accurate.
Right. Now, on to the first part of the most important part of the... On to the next stage, which is to see what our first impressions are like by giving this a quick snifter. So... It doesn't really smell much, actually. Yeah, it just kind of smells like a watermelon flavoured, like water seltzer or something.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you get flavoured water.
Yeah.
You get the faintest whiff of fruit. When you sniff it.
Yeah,
it's
just alcoholic water with like the memory of a fruit thing.
Kind of like a White Claw or something.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Once here.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think for the nose, I'll give it a good 5.5 out of 10. It smells nice, but it's very unremarkable.
It's incredibly forgettable.
I'm going to give it probably a 5.
Really?
I mean, I don't have a great sense of smell.
Neither
so maybe it's got a stronger, nicer smell, but I could hardly smell anything.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Probably a 5, because it isn't offensive, but it is also very meh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I would have expected a little bit more of a
spot
push,
on average.
like a bit more of a
Bit more
floral
oomph.
bouquet or something, you know? Something to hit me.
Bit more zhuzh to it.
A bit more memory, like, it just doesn't... you just... Like, I've already kind of forgotten what it smells like.
I would rather have that, though, than whatever the hell the nose was for the Bloody Mary one. But
oh, yeah. Like, it's not a bad smell.
That's why it's not
just
under 5.
no smell. It's as average as it gets.
It is.
Anyway.
It's 5. It's very average.
As always, we'll have ourselves a quick palate cleanser of water. That's good. Alright, and then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So, to everyone at home, have a good weekend, and bottoms up.
Snarsha.
That's not at all what I thought it was going to taste like. What the hell?
No, at least some for us, Ted.
It's my show! Here, you try it. It's bizarre. It kind of tastes a bit like a grapefruit soda, almost. But like not an alcoholic one.
Vodka, watermelon, lemon, thyme, bubbles.
The thing it reminds me of is... like grapefruit, grapefruit juice and a little bit of grape juice mixed with a bit of sparkling water. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, it's like
It's
grapey, fruity juiciness with some fizzy water, and there's not much else.
It's not a bad flavour. I think the flavour of the taste is actually much better than
there's
it
no
is.
alcoholic taste, which is good for some cocktails.
No, it is. That is quite good. I would happily knock that back if it was a bit warmer at the moment. But what I was going to say is I agree with you. It's that there's not much of a taste of vodka. It does genuinely just taste like a fruit cocktail.
It just tastes like...
I'm not really getting thyme.
No, I'm not getting any time.
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about with the time. It was just...
The watermelon maybe, but only because watermelon can be very
It's
vague,
like,
fruity, watery, tasty.
It's like you've got actual watermelon juice, not like from concentrate, like fresh watermelon juice.
Yeah, quite.
And then you've given it a little fizz and diluted it with a tiny bit more water.
Yeah, quite honestly, the flavours I'm getting is like grape with a bit of citrus. That's really
Yeah, it's like quite generic, fruity taste.
I mean, I'll say this: it's not. The price isn't reflective of like the quality. That's for damn sure. But it is nice.
It's a good. I could easily if someone bought me a 12-pack of those, I'd be happy.
I paid £2 max for that can.
I would expect that to be £1.50.
I'd probably pick something else.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Also,
I'd rather have a vodka crown.
It's not bad, but it's also like meh.
Oh.
It's quite 5. It's quite 5.
So
this is Butler.
This is Butler, Imogéne and Eoin's cat, who is
Oh no, you don't want to join?
Who's a lovely little beast, but not the smartest.
She's really not.
She's not.
But yeah.
No, don't. She nearly sat on the candle.
So I think it's definitely a lot better than the nose and like the manufacturing of the can imply. I think it's the flavour throughout is really nice, but it's not what I'd expect, and the finish is kind of characterless. So I'll give it a 6.75 out of 10. It's definitely a little bit above average as far as like canned cocktails generally tend to go, but it's still got that lack of character that really makes it memorable, and it's just there's just not much to say about it beyond that, I feel, which is a bit of a shame, because like whether or not it's bad or good, I'd like to say something more substantial about it.
I will say one thing that's good about it is, so I've noticed often if I have like canned cocktails or even just like cheap cocktails, even if the initial taste is quite nice and quite sweet, you sometimes get a bit of a like tangy aftertaste. The aftertaste in this, not unpleasant at all.
No,
I feel refreshed, actually. I think it is quite refreshing.
I think the aftertaste really lacks in character, but yeah, I kind of get that it's not too harsh.
I could definitely enjoy drinking this on a summer's day.
I was just about to say I would drink this on the beach.
But I don't think...
Oh, I like that.
It's not a bad drink, but as far as drinks on the whole go, like it's not up there. You know, it's not a bad choice, but it's also like, why did you choose this over something else?
I would not spend £3.20 on it.
No, I would much. Yeah, that's.
Not anymore.
No, you finish it.
I mean, I don't mind finishing it. It's still not bad.
I will say this. I would gladly drink this again. If it was cheaper. The thing I would rather do though is I would honestly rather go to Sainsbury's and get 2 of their like 250ml pre-mixed cans of like vodka and lemonade, because those aren't amazing either, but
vodka cranberry is a good one.
But they're on the same level as that, and those pre-mixed cans from Sainsbury's are only like what £1.50, so it's like. So I will say 6.75 out of 10. It's not bad, but it could be a lot better. So
on the whole, I'd give it a 6.
I see. I feel like I liked it more than you guys. It's still quite underwhelming, but I've got to give it a 7 because that was like I just downed that. That was quite pleasant. It wasn't thrilling, right? There was nothing particularly exciting about that. But, you know, I was quite thirsty. That was quite nice.
For it to be a 7, I'd have to want to seek it out over other options.
Yeah, I get that as well. Yeah.
I see. I feel like on a really hot day, I would choose that over like a canned rum and coke, just because I've got to give it a point for being refreshing.
I don't know if I would, and maybe the deciding factor of that is partly the price, but
how much it is.
And that's coming from someone who doesn't even really like cola, so.
Yeah, I might have to knock it down to a 6.5. I've just remembered it's £3.20.
Like I wouldn't pay £3.20 for that if there were other options. Like I'd choose
vodka cranberry.
Yeah, like maybe a pre-mixed vodka lemonade or something on a hot day. I'd probably just buy that because it'd be cheaper, and it's probably on par. So unless it's shit.
So it's a 6, a 6.5, and a 6.75, which I think is pretty unanimous in that this is good, but it could be better.
I expected more, Max.
I was really excited for the thyme flavour. I was really sad that didn't come through.
Yeah, no thyme at all, and not much watermelon or vodka
very
for that
watery
matter.
Watermelon.
Before we finish, what I'd like to say is that in the future I'd like to see someone try a orange and rosemary for cocktail. Because orange and rosemary is one of the few flavour combinations that I feel really goes unsung, and I've tried it before in like cakes and biscuits, and it's really nice.
Do you know what's another really good one?
What?
Lemon and lavender.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really, really nice one.
Oh, I used to bake with that all the time.
Well, yeah, I think that kind of covers it. If you guys like this video, then by all means leave a like, share and subscribe. If you want to check out anything else by Whitebox canned cocktails, give them a look up on Google. They have done some other good stuff that I reviewed before. And if you want to check out anything else I do online, I'll leave the links to all that in the video description down below. As always, if you like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe, and comment if you have anything you agreed or disagreed with in particular in this video. Not that you have to if you don't want to. But until next time, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I was just going to say we've also got a Prime Minister step down, so we're also celebrating.
Yeah, I had a small glass of Prosecco last night to celebrate, so that was nice.
A lot of glasses of wine to celebrate.
Killed the Queen, crashed the economy, and didn't outlive a fucking lettuce.
Yeah, that's how successful they were. But
good job, Lizzie.
Jesus, what a
fuck me, car crash doesn't even cover it.
What an absolute cack fest! Oh my god!
And now Boris might come back. Way!
Yay! Things come.
Right, well, see you guys next time at the bar on Ted's Booth. So I'm going to go out Stella and drown myself.